Can RC soldering irons handle heavy gauge wire? If you are into remote control toys and wondering whether your soldering iron can handle heavy gauge wire, you are in the right spot. Let's break down the essentials to help you choose the right tool for your projects. When it comes to soldering heavy gauge wire, such as 10 American wire gauge or thicker, the wattage of your soldering iron is key. A soldering iron rated at 60 watts or more is generally recommended for these tasks. Lower wattage irons, like those rated at 30 to 40 watts, often struggle to maintain enough heat. This is because thick wires dissipate heat quickly, making it hard to achieve a solid solder joint. Some hobbyists even suggest using irons that go up to 80 watts for very thick wires. Next, let's talk about the tip size and shape. For heavy gauge wire, a large, blunt, or chisel tip is the best choice. This type of tip maximizes the heat transfer area, allowing you to deliver heat more effectively. Pencil tips or very fine tips are not suitable for thick wires, as they cannot provide enough heat quickly. Temperature control is also important. Soldering irons that can reach temperatures between 450 degrees Celsius and 480 degrees Celsius, or about 150 degrees Fahrenheit to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, are often necessary for melting solder on heavy gauge wire. Higher temperature settings help the solder flow better and reduce the risk of cold joints. Using flux and preparing your materials properly can also make a big difference. Applying flux and pre-tinning both the wire and connectors will improve solder flow and the quality of your joints. Keeping your soldering tip clean and well-tinned is essential for effective heat transfer. Some experienced hobbyists prefer unregulated soldering irons that provide consistent heat without a drop in temperature under load. This is particularly useful when working with large wires. These types of irons often come with heavy-duty tips and robust heating elements. In practical terms, when working on remote control vehicles, you will often encounter thick wires for battery leads, motor wires, and large connectors. Using a powerful soldering iron ensures strong and reliable electrical connections, which are critical for performance and safety. For typical remote control electronics work, such as signal wires or small connectors, a 30 to 40 watt iron with a fine tip is usually sufficient. However, when dealing with power components, upgrading to a soldering iron rated at 60 watts or more with a wide tip becomes necessary. Some hobbyists also opt for butane-powered soldering irons or soldering guns for heavy gauge wire because of their high heat output and portability. In summary, while many basic soldering irons are designed for lighter tasks, handling heavy gauge wire requires a soldering iron with at least 60 watts, a wide tip, and the ability to reach high temperatures. This combination ensures efficient heat transfer and solid solder joints, which are essential for the demanding electrical loads found in remote control toys.